Now, it's time for another show full of tips and ideas from the sales growth leadership expert, Dean Akers. Known for his experience in hyper-growing companies and creating cultures for high-performance teams, here's Dean.
Well, welcome to your Sales and Leadership Ninja Show. I'm your head ninja, Dean Akers, and every week I bring you a rant to stimulate your thinking in either the realm of sales and or leadership. Today's show is more sales driven, although if you're a leader of your company, you can take this to heart for sure. And today's show is pricing competition don't matter. It seems like there's not a day that goes by where I don't run into a salesperson, a sales manager, or even a business owner or CEO that doesn't moan to me about the pricing and how competitive their business is, and it's so tough out there, and it's just so competitive. And I look at them and they're telling me about the pricing pressures and everything that's going on in their industry, and for me it's just so much self-talk garbage. And the reason is they'll be talking about this, and I know for a fact that it's just not true. And I know you're probably listening now or watching and going, well, Dean, you don't understand. It's for sure true. But I know it's garbage self-talk. And I've never lost a bet with anybody when I go through this exercise we're going to do today on pricing competition, and proving to them that until they can answer this process pretty positively, which never happens, is that they'll find that pricing competition are not their issue at all, and that this data will show them that they can eliminate their own self-talk and get on to really rocking and rolling and hyper-growing their business. Now, we've talked about this before, and I'm just going to reinforce it today. It's the 3 circles. When you do this exercise, it always shows your blind spot for the excuse. And even if you have a market share of 20% or less, you're going to see that the number even gets crazier. So let's do the exercise. I want you to pull out a piece of paper. And with that piece of paper, I want you to draw 3 circles. And when you draw those 3 circles, I want you to number the circles 1, 2, and 3. In the circle that you've numbered 1, I want you to put your total sales annually. That's the sales you do. If you're a salesperson, put your number in. If you're a company, put your number in. Then I want you to put the total sales you lost. These are sales you quoted, you were on, and they looked at you and said, we're not going to use you, Dean. We're going with somebody else because their price is better, or whatever reason. It doesn't really matter. But you actually quoted the deal, were on the deal, and got to lose the deal. And this is really key, because most people don't even track their lost sales. I'll meet with CEOs or salespeople and I say, tell me about your lost sales. And they go, oh, it's so competitive. And I go, tell me the last 20 lost sales. Well, I don't know that. Tell me what gross dollars your lost sales were last year. I don't know. So this is a very important number to track. So now you've done the exercise. Circle 1, your total sales and lost sales. And many times we estimate. When we estimate, I just double their total sales. Nobody loses their sales plus 50%. So if you did $100, I make it $200. $100 for your sales, $100 for lost sales. Nobody ever loses that ratio, ever. So now you've done circle 1. Now you want to go to circle 3. And then this one, you want to put all the numbers or the total sales for your marketplace. And your marketplace, if you have a geographic marketplace, or if it's a product marketplace, it's global or whatever, you want to put all the sales for your marketplace in there. Now, this data is available from your manufacturers, chambers of commerce, online programs. I've even gotten it from insurance companies where I got my insurance company to reach back and find out what the total gross value of sales were for the particular companies I like mine, and they were able to do it off workman's comp number some way. But the point is, you want to find the total sales in your market. If you're a salesperson, you have a territory, you want to determine what the sales were of what you sell in your market. If you're a company, same thing. This is really important data because you put this data in circle 3. So now you have circle 1, which is your sales and your known lost sales, the sales you actually quoted on, or the customer chose somebody else and told you they chose somebody else. You knew about the sale and in fact lost it. So circle 1 is your sales and lost sales. In circle 3 is the total gross sales of your marketplace, whether it's an area, it's an industry, whatever. That's circle 3. So this is where all the magic happens, because circle 2 becomes the key number. This is the math of taking circle 3 minus circle 1 and putting that number in circle 2. That number represents the sales you lost for one and only one reason. It wasn't price, it wasn't competition, it wasn't anything other than you lost these sales because you didn't even know about the deal, or they didn't even know they could buy from you, or they chose a competitor without ever letting you have a chance. This is just math, and it is so eye-opening. I promise you. I've never lost this bet. It is totally mind-boggling. So after you do this exercise, it's now powerful for you to spend your energy in growing your business by focusing on getting business out of circle 2. So when you profile your top 10% of your customers, and then you figure out where the other people hang out, the key is don't self-talk about competition or price in circle 2. Just be on the deal. When I've done this in previous businesses, I've found that the same phenomenon that made circle 1 happen is that customers do business with me because they trust me, they can count on us, provide them a great experience, and they just know me. When circle 2, the problem with circle 2 is they don't even know you, they don't trust you, you don't even know about it. So this is so key. Do the same math with your sales team. Get them on the deal. Don't be a CEO or sales manager that goes, oh, it's so competitive. I'm out there working the deals. We got to buy better. We got to do all this. It is total nonsense. Total nonsense. Just get them on the deal. An interesting fact, even the worst salesperson isn't good enough to lose every deal. The problem is they aren't even on them. I'm not going to talk about it today, but I've even gone through the exercise with previous companies where I pay my salespeople full commission to lose a sale. I actually get them accustomed to losing the sale because they're not even good enough to lose them. But that's another show, another time. I may have even done a show on that already. So your assignment this week is to do the 3-circle exercise. I want you to take your sales minus the sales you know you lost, or plus the sales you know you lost, circle 1. Take your total market, circle 3. Do the math. Circle 3 minus circle 1 equals circle 2. Circle 2 is the deals that you don't even know about. So this week's assignment is to go out and start getting on the deals in circle 2. It's the same technique and trick that I've used to hyper grow my businesses. It never fails. Operative word here, never. Thanks again for letting me be part of your journey. I love all my listeners, and I always hope that what I share you will help turn one of you on to what we teach each week. And again, thanks for tuning in each week, and remember to share if this helps you. My book, Self-Talk, is always available on Amazon, and I appreciate all those folks out there that buy it. I really do. And if you ever need anything, just reach out at dean@deanacres.com, and I'll be glad to help you. So this week, go out and get the business in Circle 2. See you next week.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Subscribe today to our podcast and send questions or thoughts to help@deanacres.com. Also, visit us at www.deanacres.com to listen to prior shows and view helpful videos. Also, great tips to download. Thanks again. See you next week.